Hello, everybody. Now let's take a look at the HSK 4 standard textbook. I think we are at lesson 4 now. I'm sorry for the wait if you have been waiting for this. It's been a couple of years now. Anyway, without further ado, let's just come into the topic. Not this one, but this one. Yeah, that's the topic of the lesson 4. 不要太着急赚钱。不要 appears at the beginning of the sentence means don't do that. It's the imperative, right? You shouldn't. So 要 has the meaning of should. 太 too 着急 着急 means to be anxious to do something. You can't wait to do something. 急 is 着 has a lot of meanings. I mean, a lot of people would see that and say, oh, that's a 着, right? Which is the character that you put after a verb to mean the continuous status of this verb. And then 急 is the action, the feeling of being anxious. 赚钱 is to make money. 赚, see on the left, that's the sign 倍. That means money. And this part is called jian. I believe it's 赚 and jian, similar pronunciation. I think they're somehow connected. And 钱 is money. You should know that. All right, so that is the topic of the lesson 4. 不要太着急赚钱. Don't too eager make money. Okay, too anxiously making money. You can understand this sentence like that. Anyhow, let's go into the first conversation. It's between 小林和小李，他们聊 to chat 小李的工作，OK，工作，小李的工作，小李's work。Okay, so 小林 says, 听说你又换工作了，换 to change. You again. Here, I hear you. I hear say. I heard somebody saying, 今年已经 already 换了3次工作了吧? It's a ba is a suggestion, but then there's a question mark there. It means maybe inquiry of information, right? So, but we have noticed there's two le's here. Okay, 换了3次工作了吧? Two le, I mean, separately in charge of 换 have changed. 换了3次工作, this whole action has happened. That's the second le. All right, if you take off one, 今年你已经换了3次工作吧? That's fine, I think. Or 今年已经换3次工作了吧? That's also fine. Let's try to take off both of them. 今年已经换3次工作吧? That's not, doesn't sound really right because this is a situation where it requires a l to complete it. And 小李 says, 别提了. T is an interesting word, to mention, or I think more commonly as known to lift and hold or hold something, like 提包, right? 提包, 提 a bag, 包, or 提, I don't know, a something with a handle usually, I think. Okay. Then abstractly, it means to mention something. 别提了, don't mention that. Okay. Or you can put something after that. 别提他,别提我,别提我的工作. Okay. So, 我以为, I think, I believe. A lot of some Chinese textbooks actually translate 以为 into conceive. Like I conceive an idea that blah blah blah. And I still remember a long, long time ago, I walked into a long time ago, I walked into a classroom. No, I was, learning from another teacher teaching in the classroom. She said she was teaching this Yi Wei, and in the textbook it says to conceive. So one of the students was to translate what the teacher was saying, 我以为, and the student said, I conceive. And then the student laughed, and there's a little chuckle around that area. And the teacher is like, no idea why. because perhaps the teacher doesn't want to connect them to and or doesn't know the meaning of conceive. Um, yeah, that was something interesting to share with you if you find it interesting. Anyhow, let's go back to the book. 我以为 I conceive the idea that 新工作 new work new job 比 instruction 比 construction 以前的工作好 is better than the last one, right? And then another comparison structure 没想到还没有以前好 right? Then 以前 is used here instead of 以前的 you can put a de there as well to mean the job that's the before or just 以前 than before. Okay. And then 小林 says 上次那份工作 we got a new measure word 份 is a measure word that it could be your salary 我的那份工资 or 我的那份工作 it possesses the meaning of to share. Okay. 我的那份蛋糕 yeah, thank you. You can actually see that. So my share of work. 你只做了 you only did 2个月就离开了 then just left, right? 你做了2个月 you have done 2 months and then just you have left. 其实 as a matter of fact 其实 means as a matter of fact it should be a new vocabulary, but it is not. 完全适应 completely adapt to 我们完全适应这个工作，完全适应这个地方的生活 right? You can use those sentences. 适应一个新的工作需要 need 需要 is sounds much more heavy or heavier than 要 you can put 需要 you can put 需 leave 需 out and then say 完全适应一个新的工作要1年时间 that sounds more colloquial. 所以 therefore 经常换工作 okay 经常换工作 serves as sort of a subject. What this changing job often changing job thing 不一定好一定 means definitely, not definitely good means not necessarily good. And if you put a 不 there, right, you say 一定不好 means definitely not good. And then 小李 says 我也明白 I also understand 明白我也知道 I also know 但是 but 那份工作的收入太少了收入 is an interesting word. Show is to withdraw, 入 is in, so it means to income. I highly suspect this word comes from the word income, some sort of translation, direct translation of it. 这个收入什么 that share of jobs income 太少了 too little. Okay. 按小林说你才到 you just arrived 才到新公司不要太着急赚钱 don't too eager too anxious to make money 多学习才是最重要的重要 means important 最重要的 the most important thing, right? 多学习是最重要的事情才 this 才 is a little bit different from this 才 this 才 means you just arrived, you know, just like not very long. You can change it into you 你刚到新公司 and this one 多学习 is just the most important, right? And not like what the obvious, the otherwise is. Okay, and like the otherwise, 多学习 is just the most important thing. If you change 才 into 就，多学习就是最重要的 then that would just emphasize this 多学习 is the most important thing. There's no negative example of not of making money is the most important thing. If I have explained myself clearly, right? And then 小李说好，我一定会 I definitely will 努力 hard working hardly 把 construction 现在的这份工作把 something what is this thing 现在这份工作 okay and 做好 to do it better. Okay, so to do it well. I have the job now done well. Okay, so that is the text of the first conversation. But you remind me of some sort of influencer. Actually, a few months ago, I think, or maybe last year, um, there was some experts trying to give this kind of chicken soup to the public, saying that when you graduate, don't be too eager to make money and trying to settle down, trying to do something more maybe boring, but you can learn more during the process. But because of the economy is being challenged greatly lately in China, and so the feedback to these influencers or celebrities' remarks were actually pretty negative. Like people, because some of the so-called experts are sending the message, encouraging the young people to actually do some labor work after graduation of college or universities. And a lot of people like we didn't pay for the education to actually deliver food and stuff like that. So there's a bit of a controversy going on. I think it's still going on right now as well because the employment rate is not very promising um, so far. Hopefully, we'll get better sooner. Okay, so that's all for today. First conversation of lesson 4. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned something. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.